Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the penultimate episode of Beyond the Black Wall Shattered Dawn, a Cyberpunk Red Let's Play. I'm, of course, your GM Matihi, aka Piper. I use they, them pronouns. But of course, we are here on Bathouse RPG. Hello, welcome in. And it's not just us here today who are on Bathouse RPG. No, no, no. There are many other shows, and there are two others this week that also have their penultimate episode. You can tune back in tomorrow for Ashes of New Amsterdam, which is a mage game. It is absolutely incredible, so please come and check that out for the penultimate episode, as well as on Friday we have Symphony of Silos. And of course, on Tuesday, we have episode 2 of season 2 of Itaewon by Night. And if you didn't see that already on Tuesday, you are missing out. It was amazing, it was incredible, and you should go watch. And of course, thank you everyone who is watching today. Last episode was very sad, but we'll see what happens today. And with me here today, we have our lovely cast of individuals. And let us start our introductions with Dare.
Terrifying. I had a feeling I was first. Anyway, hi. I'm Dare. Pronouns she, they, they. You can pretty much find me anywhere on the internet, being a problem mostly, at Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG. I don't think I'm up to anything super nefarious today.
We'll see. And next up, we have Fabian.
Hi, my name is Fabian. Rockets and Pens on the internet. Today I'll be playing Badger. Sad Boy Badger. We'll see where we go with this episode.
And of course, last but not least, we have C.
Hello everyone, my name is C. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me making very trans, very gay art on the internet at CPlaysRPG. Tonight I have the absolute pleasure of playing the totally fine, well-adjusted, and now healed completely from trauma, Hal. They're so fine. Using they, them, and also she, her pronouns. Saved that one. Just like Hal has saved their mental health by being totally fine with everything that's happened today. So everything's
fine.
good. Yeah, they're super normal.
Super fine.
Well adjusted now. They're better now. Heart emoji.
Fine like wine.
And of course tonight, we do not have B Zelda with us, unfortunately, but they will be returning next week. And same thing with Candace, my co-GM. They are currently, well, their character is currently deceased. But she is going to be watching the VODs. We have lovely things planned tonight, and both of them are very missed. But without further ado, let us go into a bit of a recap. I would like to remind you, of course, using !CW to get the content warnings for this game. Make sure to take care of yourself and your mental health. That is the most important thing. And if you need to go, that's totally okay. We love you very much. But in our last episode, last Wednesday, the group had found themselves face to face again with, well, for the first time for some, Mr. Sunshine, along with a number of armed guards, all from Biotechnica. We had seen Mr. Sunshine with some rehearsed monologues, digging into the characters who were at the scene before leveling a gun at Red before a shot rang out. We'd seen Checkmate and Ghost attempt to run up on the scene as Badger was attempting to flee with the others. A tear gas grenade was dropped by Lavender. Unfortunately, both Lavender and Hal had suffered from the effects. Before escaping into the van and driving away, Hal took out a scalpel and threw it into the mist that had started to form, the smoke. And it connected. And as we had seen our players leave the scene, conversations were had. Checkmate got back into Badger's car, holding on tightly to the hand of Ghost, as feelings of what had happened before to Ash came bubbling up to the surface. As it turned out, driving back in the van with the body of Red, Hal was unable to resuscitate them, leaving the group at a loss. Their leader's life taken. Now just a group of them. Ghost had seemed to lash out at everybody, but with the combined efforts and the combined care of everybody together, they're able to hold on and hold strong. After a brief talk, some cozy chatter inside of Esther's home, the lower part of the hideout, you'd all received messages post-dated from Red. Each individual, each very meaningfully guided towards you and your importance and just love that Red had for you was poured into these messages. Afterwards, after some talking, we saw Badger head back to his car, and inside there seemed to be some sort of tracker with Budgie showing back up at the worst opportune time, inviting the group out to play some games. Lavender, Ghost, and Badger had gone off to play some arcade games at the Coyote, while both Checkmate and Hal stayed behind, having a very heart-to-heart conversation, probably for the first time since Ash had left, about what it means moving on, moving forward, and moving together stronger than ever, hopefully. With some talking at the Coyote between Ghost, Lavender, and Badger, it seemed as though Badger was not one for revenge, but was fine with following the group along, if that is what everyone wanted to do against Mr. Sunshine. We had then traveled back to the hideout, heading back upstairs, everybody kind of grouped together with Ghost kind of in the corner on this very large spread of various plushies and fur blankets on the floor in Red's corner now. We'd seen Esther kind of grip onto the side before kind of almost expanding mantis arms coming out of her own arms, legs shooting down, her being able to sprint very fast. It seemed as though Esther had quite a bit of cyberware inside of her, but she pulled herself up from the window, took a look at all of you, and said that she knows where Mr. Sunshine is. And that's where we'd left off last session. We come into today's session. All of you are currently inside the upper floor of the hideout, all of your little corners decorated as they are, and Ghost just kind of hunkered into Red's corner. Wide eyes, Ghost stares at Esther, almost like it's too good to be true. Esther with this gleeful grin on her face. You can see various dimples just peeking at the sides of her cheeks. The wrinkles very much embedded into her face, but she looks almost 10 years younger, just with the glee that's currently in her eyes as she looks to all of you. What would you like to do?
Is Esther visibly... Does Esther visibly have...
Borged out?
Borged out?
Yeah, Esther, so you see, and Esther is currently under the usual kind of, I would say, oversized clothing that Esther sometimes wears, the shawls, the big sweaters, the corduroy vests and pants. You see that she seems to have some sort of kind of embedded frame inside of her. She's standing up a lot straighter, as you see. Just her legs have kind of unfolded out, making her about 6 inches taller. Her arms are very long and kind of gangly almost, but all completely borked out at this point.
I did not realize how chromed out Esther was.
Honestly, who's your doctor for all of that? I may need to get requests on that.
Oh, and you see Esther kind of pat down her graying hair and give you a large, toothy smile and says, "Well, there are certain secrets of the trade, some certain individuals who I do not know if I can give the name of, but I
Of
can put you in touch with someone."
I would love that. I could use a solid Ripper Doc.
secrets of what trade exactly? Baking cookies?
Oh, you don't think I've baked cookies for this long? How do you think I got to this age?
Those people are just lucky.
Normally they don't go into our line of work, and they live quite longer. So yeah, excuse me for assuming.
Oh, those are usually the ones. They're just not as good as me if they, you know, kick it before my age.
I look back at Ghost. I'm like,
Ghost is just appalled at this point. And you see there's like a little penguin plushie that he currently has in his arms that he just kind of puts his face into. I'm
As the
sorry, was that insensitive?
timing.
Ah, my apologies.
yeah.
Tell us everything you know. And
Okay.
Hal gets up, and they go over to like whatever big kind of board that Red would have used to do team meetings. And I think they pause for half a moment, like picking up the like whatever kind of cyber whiteboard pen exists in this world, which is
Like a
maybe just like
smartboard.
yeah. Oh, not the psychic damage I just took. Oh, not the smartboard.
I was
How
also
the
thinking a
thing where they
smartboard, which
have
is
to,
worse.
like, they align the smartboard right because it's always out of alignment.
100%.
God. They take a moment to like hold Red's pen for a moment, and they like turn it in between their fingers before they prepare to take notes.
You see that as you kind of look at this pen, there's kind of in a Sharpie, there's a big R that is currently on the end of this pen just to indicate what was once hers. And you see another one that's still kind of on the smartboard that says G on it. Esther, you see, kind of shrinks down as her legs fold back up, arms kind of retract as she finds a little seat. Takes a seat down. All right, well, if you want to know, it seems as though... What do you want me to refer to him as? Mr. Sunshine or Jonathan?
Mr. Sunshine. Jonathan
Oh.
makes me feel dizzy and sick.
All right, well, Mr. Sunshine is currently in Charter Hill. There's a number of different apartments that are there, some large buildings, but does anybody have a map I can point at? I'm not good with streets.
I think we probably have one on like one of the work desks, and I just bring it over
Yeah.
to her.
Oh, thank you. And she gives you a nice smile before pointing one of her fingers at what looks to be kind of almost this hexagonal building, and points 3 times, kind of poking the map, and says, "They're in the penthouse of this building here."
Penthouse. Security?
There's probably quite a bit of security. It seems as though there's some sort of scanner of some sorts when you try to go in, making sure that you either are a guest or a visitor or live there, I assume.
Hal looks up at Badger and Checkmate. Crackable? For either of you?
I mean, yeah, look, excuse me, Esther, real quick. And I just
yeah.
go to both of them. It's like, you guys sure that this is what we want to do?
I mean, yes. I hate to be glib about it, but more so than actual revenge, this is also probably the only way we can salvage what remains of our reputation. This last op isn't exactly one that will bring in more creds, you know?
Plus, he still has something of mine that I need back.
Okay.
How are you feeling about it?
Well, I spoke to Lavender and Ghost about this already, but I really think that the cycle of revenge in the city is just the reason why people like us end up dead. And I'm worried, of course, but I don't want to just leave everybody hanging. So I'll help. Just want to make sure that this is what you want.
Hal looks to checkmate first, I think, for the words.
I think they sit there for a second. I know revenge isn't necessarily the most satisfying feeling in the world, and I think ultimately part of this is up to how Ghost feels, but I do think that getting our name back out there as people who you can't fuck with is probably more important in the long run.
I think revenge, too, dictates that there are two people who have wronged each other, who go back and forth forever. Mr. Sunshine is not the kind of person who puts joy or love into the world. Red was. It still is in a lot of ways. That is a loss that cannot be recouped.
Okay.
And doing this won't bring Red back. It won't bring back her love or her joy. But it will take a lot of sorrow and misery out of this bleak world.
And I hate to make you feel like you have to come along. But if you simply want to do the running or driving and you don't want to get your hands dirty, that's fine. I won't hold it against you.
It's not getting my hands dirty that I'm worried about. It's not just running or driving for you guys. It's making sure that we get out of this with our lives. I mean, you guys know what happened. I don't want to end up I don't want any of us to end up as just a drink on a list at the afterlife. I've lost enough. I just don't want to lose any more. But I feel like if there's no swaying and this is really what you want, and me not being there might actually be a lot more dangerous than if I'm there, because at least I know I got your back.
I agree.
Yeah. One thing I can promise, I will keep you both as safe as I can. And I'm pretty fast. I can fuck around with some running and keep them busy for a while.
This thing that you mentioned, Hal, what does he have?
He is the memory of someone very dear to me. And that's something that I can't let him keep.
Okay. Sorry about that, Esther. Just had to clear things.
Esther has opened another box of cookies that she pulled out of some nexus of the universe, and is just kind of munching on them and says, "Oh, you're done now?
No, I just mean you can continue.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I've told you most things that I know. I know where Mr. Sunshine is. I don't know how to get in."
Did you
Okay.
know? Did you know his history with Red at all? Like, how long they knew each other?
Oh, yes. And points over to the box of pictures that I think Lavender still has, and says, "Oh, I used to mentor Mr. Sunshine as well as Red.
Wait, you what?
Yes, back in the day. I mentored them, took them in, and well, showed them the ways of being an edgerunner.
Who are you?
Esther."
Based on the photos that we see right now, can we all make a check? We've been doing this for a while. Can we make a check if this is some legendary person that we know that we've heard of?
Of course you can. Why don't you could you
My auditory senses just had a really great. That pop was great. That just, I just have to say it right now.
Would Streetwise work?
Streetwise would be fantastic, yeah. Or education. Most likely Streetwise, that's a good one.
Should probably open up roll 20. That would be helpful.
That's fine.
You said
I
or
was just
education?
Ready to vibe.
Or
Yeah,
you
or
got-
education. Yeah, either or.
Cool. I said Streetwise knowing I had nothing in it.
Wait, where is Streetwise? That is
Streetwise,
in.
19's great.
It's in social skills. Right under
Okay,
persuasion.
got it. You know what? Education is much better.
Education.
We're all book smart, not street smart.
Yeah, we're not cool. We're just a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, it's two hackers and a doctor. We have no street
Nerds.
skills.
I got a 1 plus 12. So
You rolled
13.
a 1.
Yeah.
Roll again and minus that from the roll. It's a crit fail, buddy. Oh no!
I rolled a 1 and then a 10. Fucking A.
Amazing.
So that's a 3 total.
3. Badger. No clue. Maybe, Esther is from maybe there's this one place that you heard of. It's like this potentially like this nomad structure that's like offshore. It's based on an oil rig called Capulina. It's this big thing. Maybe Esther's from there. However, I would say that there's a lot of different people that Esther could be. Like, people change, their face and stuff. They get body mods. Not quite sure. However, checkmate. You do recognize Esther from these pictures. Maybe it's a little bit of a throwback. You recognize this person as they used to go by E. And E used to run with some of the kind of big kind of legends in Night City. Occasionally ran with Silverhand, Rogue. Basically a lot of the, I would say, high-end solos and such. And Esther used to be a solo. Before E kind of faded into obscurity, everybody thought that E might have died some way. But E was absolutely wild back in the day. Just brick shithouse.
Esther,
Oh, yes. What is it,
You-
dear?
so there was an old solo I used to hear about. I heard from like some of the voodoo boys and stuff, named E. That's not you, right?
No, no, not anymore. No. That
Have you
doesn't-
been in the afterlife? Like, I need to know this. This is one of my big goals.
Have I been there? No, I've been there many times. Yes, I've gotten kicked out many times as well. I don't usually go anymore. I cause too much of a ruckus.
I think I like in a moment of like almost checkmate being uncharacteristically a fan, kind of like hits Badger on the arm of like we are in the presence of like of greatness.
Ah.
This silver hand caliber.
Oh. Oh.
Did you go to med school?
Did I? No, but I don't think I've gotten to med school.
I don't
No,
get it.
don't. I would say, Hal, you kind of recognize when Checkmate's talking about it. Both Johnny Silverhand is kind of a very renowned, I would say, person who basically went up against another very large corporation, Arasaka, and ended up dying in the process. Rogue being basically the owner of the Afterlife, which is probably the biggest or most popular bar among runners in the city.
And
Very well renowned. Okay, go ahead.
you would know Afterlife because Ash and Check talked a lot about their goal being able to make it to the afterlife when you were younger.
I think that's the only thing that clicks for Hal. Their heroes are like doctors who have written 204,000 page dissertations. But I think that clicks, and then they like look rather reproachfully and go and like I'll realign the smartboard again because it's off already.
Okay.
Ghost is in the corner, like, what the fuck?
All right, we have to go against somebody who was basically trained by a legend. Cool. Amazing.
Mr. Sunshine, Jonathan was not that good.
He has
That's why I
money,
focused
though.
on red.
He has money, though.
True. But what's money to a few bullets?
How much are bullets nowadays? There.
Not very much.
We have
Tens,
enough.
eddies.
Yeah,
We
that
have
means
enough bullets.
that also means he can buy a lot. Is what I mean.
I mean, we just need 1-2 good shots. That's enough.
Okay.
Hal looks at their sniper rifle.
Okay. It's still late, right?
Yes.
It's late. It's still the
late in
same
the
day.
Mhm.
Look, it's kind of late, but okay, we can do this. I'll be with you. All I ask is we should just take this slow and not rush it. Is that okay?
Oh yeah. I'm going to learn every step of their infrastructure.
I'm gonna take a walk, well, take a drive to Westbrook tomorrow and maybe stop by Jig Jig Street and see what I can gather.
Okay.
You said we were set up? check?
Yeah. Knew we were coming the entire time.
Well, I might be able to give somebody a fancy reconstructive eye surgery for a little bit of information.
You wouldn't be talking about some sort of sniper who almost hit me when I was leaving?
We had good rapport.
All right. I'll trust you.
Thanks. Check.
Ghost looks to the group of you, still holding on to the comfort squishmallow, and says, is there anything that you want me to do? I can scout out the area tomorrow or even tonight.
With, I think, all due respect, Ghost, give yourself some time to process and grieve. Don't throw yourself right back into work.
No, you're right. I'll take tonight.
Are you gonna be good here? I'd say alone, but I know Badger will be here too.
Kind of looks up at Red's space, taking a while to answer before they kind of take their hand and brush their very long hair out of their face and look up to you, Checkmate, and say, yeah, I think I'll be okay here. I'm just gonna sleep on the floor.
Okay. If you need a place, it's close to Pacifica.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Esther just looks over and says, do you still need me, or can I go back downstairs? Some crochet I'd like to do.
Badger's just like nervously nodding.
Yeah, why don't you go downstairs?
Okie dokie. And Esther pushes herself off the chair and goes over to the window and just kind of drops down. You hear this almost like as she kind of hits the ground and kind of bounces a little bit and springs in her legs and just walks back inside.
So she's famous?
Was kind of went off the grid. People just assumed, got.
Well, now she makes cookies for a bunch of us, I guess.
I guess it's not a bad way to treat your retirement, right?
I mean, getting to retire in Night City's a blessing. So.
True. And I think Badger is going to notice that he has blood on his shirt. And he takes off the shirt. You guys just notice that Badger is just all like natural. No seam lines, no tech, no nothing. Maybe appendicitis scar, but that's it. And he starts to put on another shirt.
Hal instantly goes, appendicitis?
Yeah.
About 12 years healed?
Yeah. How'd you know? Oh, doctor. Yes, of course. Yeah. Just appendicitis. Never really got cut open. I mean, I do have a few scars here and there, but nothing major.
I hate to ask, but I am always curious. Why no chrome?
Oh, well, there's this one guy that I met before. he believes that Chrome delays reactions, and dulls a few senses. Nothing against it, but it's always been a fear of mine. And I don't know. I like to be me, and kind of messes up with my, I would think. So yeah.
I get it. I'm not judging at all. You're fine. Everyone has different levels of comfortability with Chrome.
Yeah.
Although I will say that that guy definitely doesn't have any kind of actual doctorate or medical training. But your choice is your own.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll keep to this. Just less. And I think you're noticing that he's not breaching the subject of what is the most fear when it comes to being chromed out. I don't know. I just, I've seen a lot of things, read a lot of things. I just don't. Yeah, I think I'm fine.
Talking about going over the edge.
He just nods.
No, I get it. It's scary.
Mm.
I got a decent amount of this chrome put in after losing someone, and wasn't great for a while. Got a little hard to keep a sense of myself, but you're gonna be shocked. Therapy actually works a little bit when it comes to that.
I'm sure.
Hal rolls their eyes.
I just grew up in Watson, and the people type of people that you run into there is, well, they're not quite put together as you are, Check, and kind of scares me.
Maelstrom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're real scary with it. I'll give you that.
So I have people to pull you back from the edge. We all need it sometimes.
Hey, me being this, then I can pull you guys if it ever happens.
You already have.
He just gives a big smile.
Like, I'm gonna give you props for a second. The guts it took to grab me and tell me that I shouldn't say what I said. I'm not gonna say what I said in front of Hal.
What did you say?
Don't. It's past.
Talk about it later.
Yeah. It takes a lot. And it's important to have someone like you. Not just as a crew member, but just in general. You're a good person.
Well, thanks. Anyway, it's been a crazy night, so I'm gonna. She gestures to Ghost. Gonna bring him over and make sure he gets some rest.
Make sure you get some rest too.
Yeah.
You were driving the car after all.
Yeah. He just keeps nodding. And he goes up to Ghost. It's like, all right, let's go.
Where are we going?
It's time for bed.
I made a bed.
It's not a bed.
Just a blanket on the floor. It's kind of a bed.
Take a squishmallow and just bop him in the head on it.
Stop. Fuck. Fine. And gets to his feet and looks at you. Okay.
And I'm just gonna bring him to whatever sleeping quarters there is in this place.
And there's like some bunks off to the side, little bunk beds. And Ghost will go over and kind of climb the steps and go into the top bunk and say, I guess I'm sleeping here tonight.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's I know it's hard. Ghost. I know Red mattered a lot to you. But you need to take care of yourself, because if you don't, then whatever you guys want to do might not work.
I know. And, I think pouring at least my energy into this plan will help at least ground me for a while, but we'll see what happens past that.
Yeah.
But Badger, I want to say thank you. I was, honestly, to all of you, I was this close to just fucking off afterwards. And I don't know if I would have gone to try and find Sunshine, but it would have been something.
You would have found something else.
Yeah. Probably not favorable.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. We'll take our time. We'll get that son of a bitch, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, we will. For Red.
Yeah, for it.
And you see that Ghost will reach out one of their hands kind of off the top bunks towards you.
And I just slap it. Go to sleep.
Okay. And he'll turn over in the bed and pull up one of the blankets just over his head before tucking himself
Hold on
in.
now, both of you. And Hal comes up with these two tiny vials of what seems to be some kind of light blue liquid. I'm just making this up at this point. They've got I've never played this game. I don't know what the health packs look like.
Just make it up, it's fine.
Hal's got whatever they want. These two liquid melatonins. Super powered strength. It's a sedative. It could knock out 3 elephants. So they hand Ghost one, hand one to Badger, and they have one in their hand for check. Doctor's orders. Sleep, actually.
You're gonna hate me for this. I promise I have to do one thing before I take this. I have a project I need to finish up today. I have to prove a point.
Well, then, I guess that I'll just have to wait with you until it's done.
You really are stubborn. Okay, that's fine. I'm just net running, so it's not going to be interesting for you, but sure.
Just net running, they say. Do you ever stop working?
Just make sure to keep the kissing noises to a minimum, please and thank you.
That is none of your business. Do you want that or not?
Yes, and just
Uh-huh.
snatch it from you before
Mhm.
popping in his mouth.
Badger's already like, when Ghost said kissing noises, he just like turns around away from everybody. It's just like,
Badger?
it just thumbs up and starts to sleep.
Oh my god. It's literally alright. Anyway. Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to go talk to your sniper friend while I'm doing this?
I believe in things like sleep and letting the moment breathe.
Fine. Yeah, fine. I would like to try to crack that thing I got from Dita.
Yes. So you take out this small chip that you've got from Dita and you insert it to your chip socket. And kind of close your eyes and open them back up. You see what looks to be this sort of very opulent maze of sorts in front of you, kind of like very, I would say, this golden wheat color of hedges all the way around. It's very large. You see this pixelated individual standing at the front. Seem to have kind of this almost greenish skin, very dull blonde hair, wearing these very fancy pantaloons with a very wide hilted sword at their hip. See, they're kind of standing at attention, eyes closed, not really paying attention as they stand at the entrance of this maze.
If I can, I would like to try to slide past.
Of course. Go ahead and roll me your interface.
Nice. We've been real hit and miss lately. I need you to hit.
13. It's very good. So you're able to kind of creep past this guard. They don't seem to notice you, just allowing you to pass through. As you enter into the maze, you see there looks to be a kind of left and a right direction. In front of you is just solid wheat field, wheat hedge.
I have nothing to help figure my way out.
There's Pathfinder.
True. Almost forgot. I would like to pathfind.
Oh no. So you kind of attempt to try and find your way around this maze. And as you're using your interface ability, you see that the maze almost kind of scrambles in front of you, just like a screen scrambling before it settles. And you see now that there are 3 ways you can go: left, right, and straight.
Straightforward. I'm gonna go right through.
You begin kind of heading in straight forward, going down further into the maze. You can see and kind of hear almost this low growling coming from left-hand side. You see the pixelated golden bushes start to shake and tremble, almost in fear, as you walk down, and there is this very almost sewage-like stench that kind of permeates from this area. You see in front of you, you only can curve around to the left. As you continue walking, you again meet that path of you can either go straight or right.
Right.
Heading down right, continue right down, and you hear what sounds like barking. And then you hear a very kind of higher pitched voice saying, "No, don't go that way. We're supposed to go this way." And you see all of a sudden kind of cutting in front of you, just running across, looks like a throughway. You see what looks like kind of this big shaggy white dog just sprinting past, a small saddle on his back. And then you see a smaller dog, kind of with this light brown fur, wearing this poncy little hat. Again, these like very fitted pants for this dog as he's running on two legs, running after this other dog.
I would like to follow that and see what that's about.
You kind of follow the sound of this high-pitched voice, almost kind of like yipping at this other dog. And as you arrive, you see what looks to be a stone bridge that's going over a very fast-moving, pixelated river. You see both of the dogs, the small one and the larger one, kind of standing on the bridge, as you see the smaller one kind of chastising the larger one, saying, "I told you not to go this way. We're supposed to go the other way to get to the center."
No
Who's
harm.
that?
No harm. I mean, no harm.
Takes out a tiny little rapier and says, "Who goes there?"
Hi. You don't need that. We don't need to fight. I don't want to fight. I promise.
Who are you? State your name.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Like the game of chess.
Yes. I was a fan.
I'm Sir Sparkles, a great knight. This is my wonderful friend, sometimes wonderful companion, Bloomberg.
Hello, Sparkles and Bloomberg.
It's Mr. Sparkles. But
Mr.
okay.
Sparkles, I apologize for not getting the honorifics correct. Now, what's this about the center of the maze?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, you're very loud. I can
I'm
hear
not-
you across the maze. You went the wrong way, I'm hearing. You were arguing with Bloomberg.
Bloomberg's tail begins to kind of wag excitedly and barks at you, kind of sits down on the bridge, and Mr. Sparkles just looks over and says, "Don't tell them that." No, I just... Maybe we're lost, or maybe we went the wrong way. Why should we tell you?
I'm also trying to figure out what's at the center. My sister wanted me to try to check this out.
Why don't you go ahead and roll me some persuasion or conversation. So you see this dog is very suspicious.
Persuasion's better than I thought it'd be.
It's a 15. See, well, if it's your goal to also get to the center, then maybe we could find our way together. If your intentions are noble,
Yeah.
your deeds are true.
I have no plans on double crossing or betraying. Literally just here because my sister bet that I couldn't do this.
Well, fine. What do you think, Bloomberg? And Bloomberg again just gruffs. It says, "Bloomberg agrees. Looks like we are with you. Checkmate."
Delightful.
And you see Mr. Sparkles hops on the back of the little saddle of Bloomberg. And they will start following you. Say, "I think it's this way. We have to go back. Not across this bridge."
Has it been enough time that I could try to pathfind again?
Yes.
Thank you. If it happens again, then I'm cursed. The rawest fear I've had all game.
A 13 is very good, as you do find your way kind of marking out various areas. You see that Mr. Sparkles kind of marks the stone path as you walk along it with little arrows, just to keep track of where you're going. And you begin to kind of follow into this maze, going deeper and deeper, until you hear another noise. You hear what sounds like this deep, chortling laughter. Again, kind of this higher pitched voice, but the laughter itself is fairly menacing. It seems to be coming from around the corner, which is currently your only direction you can go.
I look at Mr. Sparkles and Bloomberg. You two heard that, right?
You see that both Bloomberg's hair is just, all of it is just standing on end, so much so that you could see his eyes now. And Mr. Sparkles is also shaking a bit. Says, "Yes, but I am a very brave little boy. I'm ready to conquer whatever comes our way."
All right. It is noble to admit if you're scared and still continue anyway.
I am a bit scared, I would say.
That's fair. That's fine. Just stick behind me. I'll make sure nothing bad happens.
Right. Lead the way.
I begin to lead the way, and I think whenever Check's face is not facing them directly, there is a face of incredulity of I can't believe. No one's going to believe what's happening in here. I can't ever explain this story.
So you head around the corner and you see in front of you what looks to be a person with very kind of deep blue skin tones, their hair pulled and smoothed back into a high bun. You see kind of very angular features, and their eyebrows are white color, kind of stretching off and lifting from their face. And you see beneath them, where there would previously most likely be legs, you assume, is just this whirling mass of tentacles. You see behind this person, there looks to be what looks like maybe a golden chalice of sorts, and a number of different directions kind of pointing towards this, almost looking like the center of this maze. You see they look down at you and say, "Hello, who are you?"
Name's Checkmate.
Checkmate. It's a lovely name. Why are you here in my domain?
Honestly, told to come down here. Trying to see if I could get here faster than anyone else.
Interesting. How fast do you think that you got down here?
I have no idea. I got a little sidetracked.
I see. And they look over your head and kind of look down at both the dogs. And you see that Bloomberger's currently kind of growling very low. And Mr. Sparkles is just like quietly yipping in anxiety.
They're friends of mine.
Interesting friends. So what exactly will you do to, I guess, come into my domain? What do you want?
Couldn't help but notice the chalice behind you.
Oh, yes. My
I'm-
pretty chalice.
Figuring you won't give that up easily.
No, I won't. But you can either fight me for it or offer me something. Something
What
of
is it?
interest.
What type of thing are you interested in?
Depends. Information. Items. Whatever you think is worth what's in here. Memories.
I don't really have a lot to give, but I also really am not in the mood to fight tonight. So, what if I give you one of the most significant things to me?
And what is that? And they kind of lean in. I'll take one of their kind of tentacles and kind of put it under your chin a bit as they lean down.
It's just a little recording.
A recording?
Yeah,
Of what?
someone who isn't around anymore.
Ah, so it is. That sort of precious memory. May I hear it?
There is a almost look of anger at this point as Czech does play the recording from Ash.
And you hear Mr. Sparkle say,
Don't do it! Don't give in to their wiles!
and they look over at you, kind of tilting their head from side to side. As they look down and say, so you will give me this memory, this precious recording.
On one condition.
And what is the condition?
What's the chalice about?
Well, the chalice means that you've made it down to the center. And it is currently unclaimed. It seems as though no one has gotten to the center yet. So whatever prize there is to behold is yours.
I like to gamble. Let's do it.
All right. Shake on it. I'll again extend one of their tentacles to you,
Check.
very daintily.
They make sure to use their mechanical hand.
And you shake their pixelated tentacle arm before you see they kind of slink off into the golden hedges. And the way is clear towards the chalice in the center.
I think I kind of make a look at Mr. Sparkles and Bloomberg. I couldn't handle any more fighting today. I'm sure you'll.
While I am disappointed, I respect your methods.
There's
You're
more than
woof.
just fighting.
Well, whatever lies on the other end, whatever prize you are to expect, let me know what it is.
Of course.
I'm just happy I got here.
Of course. And I think I grabbed the chalice.
You take the chalice and you hear it sounds like victory Final Fantasy music play. As you get this, you see kind of pixelated confetti just pop up from the pillar that this chalice was sitting on. You see overhead that it says, "Congratulations, checkmate, for reaching the center before everyone else. Please come to," and it gives you an address that looks to be in Charter Hill. It says, "Please come to this address for your prize."
Okay. I think at that I am going to record that information down, leave, and immediately look that up. See if I get any returns.
Yeah, you look it up, and it looks to be some sort of high-end rental office for various luxury apartments.
This feels like a trap. I don't trust this. Not one bit. I think the second I wake up, I leave. I immediately give Hal a truncated version of that, mostly omitting the tentacles and dog parts.
So, I'm sorry, how did you say you got down there again?
It was a maze.
Uh-huh. And it gave you the address to this apartment building thing.
Yeah. Said it was a prize. I know other runners had been trying to get it, namely Dita. I got this from Dita. But I don't necessarily feel good about going to Charter Hill today, of all days.
Yeah. Maybe we can pick it up before we go over to Dita's for dinner.
Oh, it wasn't at Dita's. It's at my place.
Oh. Right, okay. That's... Yeah, we can do that. Well, we can, I can go with you to pick it up.
I would, I'd appreciate having some backup, especially on a night like this.
I agree.
And then I'll go to sleep. Can't help it. Work just gets away from me.
It looks like we're going to have to leave the hideout.
Yeah. And I think I kind of shoot a look to see if Ghost and Badger are awake at all.
You see Ghost's arm just hanging off the upper kind of bed, and it's just this very soft snoring coming from him. Hair is an absolute mess as it kind of cascades off the bed a little bit. So Ghost is out. But Badger.
Badger's still back turned to them, just turned around, fetal position, just not moving.
I tried to tell him the thing, but
Yeah, no, it's fine. Well, good night, you two. Well, keep in touch.
sweet dreams, Badger.
Just
So everyone heads to bed for the evening.
I mean, do we want to check out that place tonight? It feels dangerous and dumb, but I better late than never.
Whenever you decide to go, Hal will come with you.
Perfect.
Do you go that evening?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Wait, this is the best day we've had together in forever. We're gonna ride this high.
so how do you guys go there?
It's a good question. If you have a car, unless you take the van.
We're not taking the van. We're gonna
The
we're
van
going to set
coated
that
with
van on
blood?
fire
I
tomorrow.
don't think so.
I think. Do you want to just take a cab?
Yeah.
Delamain, or do you want to deal with people?
If you put me in front of another person,
Delamain it is.
yeah. I don't take responsibility for what I do. If I have to talk to another human person who's not you right now.
Yep. Bedside manners all. Yeah, I think I
What was that?
immediately ordered Delamain.
And I think halfway through your trip, you see familiar headlights.
That's your fault. I think, yeah, as you kind of enter the Delamain cab, you hear, of course, Delamain pop up on the screen, that bald head, that pale blue skin, very kind of uniform garment on the screen, and says, "Hello! Thank you for ordering Delamain, checkmate. I am happy to get you wherever you need to go."
Hey, Del. And I think I give Delamain the address. Can it be a bit of a quiet ride tonight? Throw on the usual for me.
Of course, going silent mode. And Delamain, the screen pops down. Completely quiet ride.
I think you'll hear some like jazz playing, and that's about it.
I think before Hal notices the headlights coming in behind them, there's a moment where it's like real late at this point. And I think as long as the drive takes, like Hal kind of shifts back and forth. And eventually like their shoulder bumps into your shoulder, right? And like just like as the car is going down the street, right? But they rested there and they stay.
Sleep's good for you.
I'm not letting you do this alone.
You can still take a nap on the way. It's fine.
Mm.
Delamain will speak up when it's time for us to get there.
I'm not tired. They're falling
Sure.
asleep on your shoulder.
You're a bad liar and you always have been.
No, I've gotten better.
I didn't believe a second of what you were saying earlier.
Mm. Mm.
Good night, Angel. And I think I like lean into it and sort of rest my head against yours.
I think with this
Badger's
scene-
just in the other car.
Just driving alone. As you're following in the car, and we see kind of a shot inside Delamain of the two of you resting upon one another, I think that's where we're gonna go to our break. So thank you, everyone. We'll be back in 5-10 minutes or so. Make sure to get up, get some water, go to the washroom, and we'll see you very soon.
Hell yeah.
Bye for now. Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyberpunk Red Shadow Dawn. And we find ourselves driving two in a Delamain, both resting on each other, one in a car following behind like a protective parent. We see after a while of snaking through the city, you do arrive at Charter Hill in front of the rental office. It's very upscale, with dark building, large windows you can't really see inside of. Normally during the day you'd be able to see a reflection, of course, but as it is, it's not quite dark, but you can see kind of almost like silhouettes of people as they walk by. The various neons that are attached to the buildings shine brightly even in this darkness. Billboards again lighting up the skies and flooding light down to the street levels. No way, unfortunately, to see the stars in the sky, even if they're still there, visible, all the light pollution. But many people are kind of walking around very excitedly. Many of them fairly well dressed as they kind of go about their evening, as Night City never sleeps. Even though you are. You hear Delamain chime in, saying, "We have arrived at your destination. Please exit on the left-hand side, as there is traffic on the right."
Thanks, Del.
Of course, checkmate.
Sorry, Renee. Didn't mean to fall asleep.
No,
I'm fine.
expect you're fine. Do you feel a little bit better?
It's- I think I'm gonna need approximately 15 years of sleep before I feel alright, but let's get you your prize and maybe we'll call it a consolation for both of us.
Do that.
You hop out of the Delamain and start making your way. And there's some like kind of side of the street parking if you would like to take that up, Badger.
I'm
So you
gonna
see both-
park about 20 feet away from them.
Can I roll something to see at what point I noticed checkmate, or not checkmate, Badger?
Of course. Why don't you roll me let's do a perception check, please. And I would like Badger, with your stealthiness, why don't you roll me stealth?
Okay. That's 16.
18 beats. So you kind of park your car and Hal, your ears perk up as you hear this low rumble that's stopping sound.
Lights go out
shutting off the car.
instantly.
Just even though there's many lights that currently flood these streets, there's something about that sound that's familiar, and you turn your head and you see the silhouette, unmistakable, the almost nearly smashed in front window, smashed out back window, bullet hole ridden vehicle of Badger.
I think Hal just kind of like taps checkmate with their elbow.
Yeah.
I think this turned into a trio.
Badger?
Badger.
You see, he, like, when you say Badger, he just instantly drops to the passenger seat.
I think I call your agent just to make it clear.
It rings and he just like, fuck.
Well, it would be such a shame if we were heading into apartment number, insert apartment number here, on the floor number here, and it would be a real shame if we had nobody watching our backs on the way in.
You hear a whoop whoop.
You don't have a back window. The fact you did that is so funny to me. I think I wait at the door, like waiting for you to make this walk of shame to us and explain what you're doing.
And you see Badger, who has changed into his jacket. He actually has his gas mask on and walks past you and just starts slowing down after passing you and just fiddles on his agent and just looks at you guys and then looks away.
I think I grab you by like the scruff of your jacket
Uh-huh.
on air. How tall is Badger again?
Badger's about like 5'6".
Okay, so Check is only like 5'4", so it's funny. It just kind of like yokes you for a second.
Ah.
You're not good at the disguise thing. Do you want to just tell us what you're doing?
Look, I heard you guys were going to Charter Hill, and I thought you guys were gonna go to where Esther was saying that Jonathan was, and I didn't want to be nosy and tell you not to go, but I wanted to make sure that you guys were okay. I tried calling Lavender, but I couldn't get through, so look, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure everything was fine.
We weren't going to get revenge without everyone else.
That much
Hey.
is true.
Oh, Ghost
Did you
was
take
knocked
that
out.
drink?
No.
Okay. I was about to say, you have a iron will if you did. And you shouldn't be operating vehicles after you take one of those. But
Good to know.
anyway. Well, you're here now, so at least we have 2 pairs of hands for backup in case Czech needs it. We're here gathering a prize.
For?
I still have like the little thing. I just kind of like show you. Offered it from a friend of mine. Had to prove I could crack it because I'm so much better at net running than her.
Okay.
And it's okay, Badger. I forgive you for crashing our date. And Hal heads inside.
And you see Badger just turns bright red. Like beet
I
red.
think Czech does the same thing for a second. She's just like this. She's having fun. Let's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And he just lays his visor. Just checks if he has everything. He's definitely strapped, just to be sure.
Yeah, so you the group of you make your way in, heading up to the 4th floor, suite 2D. As you head down the hallway, it's very opulent, and you see that there are these bright but very comfortable lights inside. They're very easy on the eyes. This hallway smells just very fresh, almost kind of like a little bit of like a light mint. As you walk throughout, find the suite that you're supposed to go into. The door opens and slides for you, and you see behind the desk seems to be a singular individual. Look to have a completely bald, kind of chrome head. Look to be in almost this color-shifting lavender and green, as their entire body is just cloaked in chrome. You see that their jaw is kind of moving, lips smacking, as they seem to be chewing gum or something very obnoxiously, as they're looking down to one of their chromed hands. And you see, almost very idly, like they're trying to distract themselves. They're not really looking up at you currently.
Hey.
Oh. Hello. How can I
Well,
help you?
It's going to sound ridiculous. Won a prize from a chip I cracked.
Oh, you're the one who won the prize. Oh, come here. Can I see? Do you mind if I see it?
Sure.
Okay, thank you so much. And they take the chip and they're going to insert it into their own chip socket. You see their eyes glow, this almost bluish color before they dislodge it, and says, yup, seems like you did. Well, congratulations. Now I'm just going to need you to sign a few things here, and then the place is all yours. But you just got to pick one, all right?
The place?
Yeah, the place. You know, the apartment.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Is this some kind of sweepstakes?
Yeah.
You
It's
want
a
an
luxury
apartment.
Yeah, it's a choice of a luxury apartment down here in Charter Hill. Do you not know that? Congrats.
I had just been told that that someone couldn't crack it, and I'm taking it now.
Why does no one know what the prize is ever? I swear. And they take out this little data pad and they hand it over to you and says, "Just need your digital signature on here, all right?"
Sure, yeah.
Okay, here.
Okay.
And here.
Yep.
And here.
Yep.
And here.
Alias is okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, perfect.
After they go through a lot of here, where you just kind of give little prints, come to another page on this data screen that basically looks like kind of a top-down map, almost this 3D map of Charter Hill. And you see a number of these kind of green buildings that are currently there. There are some that kind of are grayed out, but there's about 5 of them that are green. And says, all right, so you just get to really choose which one you want, and then we'll get you all set up for a move-in date. Whenever you want to do that.
Yeah. We have the address of Mr. Sunshine, right?
Yes, you do. The master.
What what's one that is nearby but not the look? Because I plan on keeping those apartment when we're done with them. What's one who's like that's nearby but not exactly like right next door on this in the same building?
Yeah, you see that the one that Mr. Sunshine's in is grayed out, but there is one that is kind of across from it. It's a bit of a higher building that you see. It's basically directly across the street.
Perfect. That's the one.
This one?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
Do-
we'll get you all set up.
Can I anything I have to do for moving fees or is Express moving?
Yeah, we can get you express moving. Everything's covered for the next year.
How much is rent normally, by the way?
Oh, it's about 40,000 eddies a year.
This will be a hell of a year.
Sure. So, when do you want me to get you all set up for this?
Sooner rather than later. Can we have it done in a day?
Yeah, we can get you done in a day. That's no problem.
I'd love that.
Okay. And, are these two going on the lease?
You can't ask people that just in the moment. You can't do that. That's violent. It's vile.
Hal's
Put your
eyebrows
put your
raised
partners on the
slightly.
lease, it's no problem.
Can I always add someone a little bit later?
Yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be more paperwork for me, but like, sure, whatever you want, it's fine.
All right. Well, I shoot a look at both of you to see your reactions to this information.
Oh, Badger's just confused at what's going on right now.
How many
Hal
rooms
looks like
is this place?
How was what, sorry?
I was curious how many rooms there were.
Oh, there looks to be about kind of scrolls through and says looks to be 3 bedrooms, living space, like a little kitchenette, and then a kitchen. And it has like a little den. Oh, damn! Why don't I live there?
All
Okay,
right. Yeah, I think
a move.
I look at both of you. Yeah, these two are on the lease.
Perfect. All right, I just need you to sign here and here and here.
Hal looks like the cat that ate the canary. They look so smug. And they turn to Badger and go, and that's how you nail a first date.
You don't have a place to stay that isn't just the house. And I say nothing about how I don't say a word. We should tell Ghost as well. I mean, like, even if we don't get him on the lease, he can hang out.
Might be nice to have a place to stretch our legs a little bit.
Yeah.
He's
Plus,
not
it's tactical
looking for
advantage.
parking for hours.
Yeah, is parking included?
Yeah, parking's included. How many cars you got? 3, 4,
Yes.
5? What? Which one? I said a few numbers.
Let's say 3.
3 cars. All right. Notes that down.
Well, Red's car, Badger's car. We'll get Red's car back. That's on the list of revenging to do.
Heck yeah. So you get everything kind of signed up and ready. Your move-in scheduled for tomorrow. As you see, they kind of pack up everything and say, "Oh, congratulations again, and enjoy the space."
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just so floored by all of this.
That's no problem. There's a lot of people. There's couches over there if you need to sit down.
I do.
Okay, feel free to sit down. I have to work all night anyway, so I'm not going nowhere. It's fine.
Oh, congratulations on the new apartment.
Are you congratulating yourself?
Yes, that's why I came along.
All right, well, I need to tell Tita about this. And I think I immediately pull out my agent and just text Tita, you're not going to believe what I just got from cracking that.
After a few moments, you just see in all caps just the word "what" sent to you about 6 times in a row.
I just send dinner in 2 days, and this address.
And she sends back, "What the fuck is
Don't ask
happening?
questions.
I'm asking questions in
I'll
2
explain
days.
it. I'll explain exactly. That gives me 2 days to have answers.
I'm writing down notes of questions to ask." You see immediately following, Rec sends you, "What?"
Talk to Dita about it. I already told her.
And Rec sends back fine as Dita messages back and says, "I really hope this is good, but I am also probably going to be pissed."
Oh, you will be.
I just sent back, "Fuck."
Oh, Dita's gonna kill me. There's like so many things I've done since. Oh God. Oh, she's gonna murder me.
Well, you can always use me as a shield. I think between the two of us, I'm more likely to get murdered than you are.
Oh yeah, you're bringing a whole fun element to dinner. Um, and I think that's the first time I realized I've talked about dinner in front of Badger. Um, I mean, you live here. We're gonna have a whole grief dinner in 2 days.
Okay.
You're obviously invited.
Okay. That's very kind of you. Do I need to bring anything? I don't really know how to cook.
I'm cooking.
Okay.
Bring your grief. That's what it's all about.
All right. Well, thanks. Look, I'm really sorry for crashing your date. I didn't know. I thought it was a revenge thing, and
Hal lets Badger squirm slightly too long, you know what I mean? Like they just kind of keep staring. Their head tilts a little bit in this clinical, intense way. It's a
look. So I shouldn't have been listening, but I wasn't sure if you guys were. I don't know what you were cracking, and I didn't want to assume that you couldn't crack it yourself, so I didn't offer anything. But then you cracked it, and then I heard Charter Hill, and I heard Charter Hill, and I was like, oh my god, wait, they're going.
Badger.
Yeah.
It's okay. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
It means that you care.
Yeah. Ooh. Look, yeah, I'll leave you guys to it. I guess we're already in Westbrook. I might just head over to Jig Street and leave you guys to starts stiffly walking away very robotically.
Do you want company?
He just stops. He looks back slowly. I don't want to impose.
You literally live here now. I'm going to actually take Al's advice and sleep.
Hey. Yeah, if you want to come with, it's a weird place. I don't know if don't really seem like their regular clientele. I mean, I'm not their regular clientele. I don't do stuff there. I mean, I always wanted to go to the pachinko parlor, but I no saying too much.
So
No,
you just watch.
no, I don't. No, because there's a fixer there, and there's a bunch of people there that we can probably ask about the location.
Badger, if you go, do you promise to sleep?
Yes.
Okay. I think we all should go to sleep.
Okay. And he starts going to his car. I got a sleeping bag in. All right. All right.
You
Good night.
live here.
He stops.
You have a room. You have a place to stay here. You don't have to still sleep in the car.
Okay. And he awkwardly looks for a room, opens one, the closet, opens another, the bathroom.
Oh, you head over there. Okay. To the apartment?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
taking this.
Yeah, so you are on the 18th floor of this building. As you kind of go into the lobby of this place, you see that someone is kind of standing there, kind of like a concierge, and gives you a nod as you pass through what looks to be kind of this digitized kind of barrier. As you do, it kind of glows green for each of you before you get onto the elevator. Kind of this very soft elevator music plays as you begin to rise up rapidly, and it is not long before you reach the 18th floor, where you see there looks to be 3 doors here, yours at the very end. As you kind of walk there, you open the door, you see that there is minimal furnishings in here, but there's some. A very comfortable kind of this red velvet couch. And you look in the various rooms, and there does seem to be kind of beds that are already there, all very ornate, very plush, very comfortable, made up completely. It looks like it is very much prepared for someone to just move in and start kind of living there.
I'm taking the biggest room. That's like my one rule.
Badger's shakily walking through the place, not because he's nervous to be with the two of you, but because he's never been high up this high in a building before, and he's seeing the skyline, and he's like,
Are you afraid of heights?
yeah.
Oh, you are adorable. Okay, so have you never been in a mega building?
I mean, mega buildings don't really have windows, right? So,
One
never-
big one at best.
yeah. Okay. Takes a small room, and he goes on the bed, and the bed is so comfy that as soon as he lies down, it's just out like a light.
Well, since you're taking the biggest room, I suppose you don't mind sharing. And Hal walks in.
Of course. I think I just roll my eyes and follow behind.
And guessing you settle down for the evening. Unless there's anything else before we go to morning. All right.
Nope.
So we find ourselves in the morning. There is the windows themselves kind of almost kind of slide. The curtains opening by themselves at around 8. You see that the day currently, it looks to be only a little bit of clouds in the sky, but mostly sun. You see a number of kind of aircraft vehicles, some trauma team, kind of flying vehicles passing by the windows. You can't hear kind of what's going down below. But you can see, if you look out the window, basically like people moving in various swaths around the area. It's very lovely up here. And you all get a group message from Ghost as you see a frowny face just pop up. And then you see another message that's in all caps that says, "Where the fuck are you?"
Oh, we did kind of forget to tell Ghost that we found a brand new apartment to live in, I guess.
It just kind of slips the mind. I just text him the address. I don't know how to best explain it until you're just here. It'll make sense sooner rather than later.
You receive no message back.
No one knows how to use these. What's the point of us having?
Well, that's Ghost for on my way.
Yeah, I know. I think, honestly, today, Checkmate is going to be wildly domestic and is just getting ingredients to make dinner for tomorrow.
Hell yeah. So that's how Checkmate's spending their day. How about Badger? How are you spending your day?
Badger wakes up like refreshed, but also regretfully trying not to leave, but knows like I gotta leave. So he gets ready again, and he probably messages like older contacts that would talk to him, trying to figure out like, hey, can you get me a meeting with Miss Okada or anyone who would be able to get me some info in Charter Hill?
Okay. So you call around. Why don't, let me see here. This would be not bureaucracy.
Let's see.
How
Where is
I
it?
just kind of reaching out and contacting folks. I think Streetwise
Streetwise?
probably would be your best bet. Yeah.
Okay. So I got an 8 with that. On base, so plus 4, so 12.
A 12. There's not a lot of information from your contacts. No one really seems to know exactly who to talk to. But you do get back, I will say, from Judy, and kind of messages you back and says, I don't really know who exactly would know anything about that, I'm gonna be honest. But I mean, I think if you head down to if you go down to Jigdy Street there, I think there's I don't know what her name is. All I know is that she's got a lot of cyberware. She wears pigtails, kind of this like really pale, bluish skin, big red eyes. I don't know, very distinct when you see her.
Not one of the big sisters.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. Okay. I'll ask around. Thanks, Jude.
Okay. And you see that Judy sends a little smiley face and a bunch of hearts.
I reply the same way.
Do you head over?
I don't know what Hal is.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Hal, what's your plan for the day?
Hal, I think, partakes as a almost pretending to be unwilling participant, but they have every choice in the matter if they stay or leave in the domesticity of like this new apartment. But I think they're also like pretty consistently checking through any hospital or med tech check-ins for anyone with any kind of eye injury.
Yeah. You kind of reach through and you see actually that your friend Lux currently does have someone in with an eye injury.
Give them a quick call on my agent.
Yeah, you give Lux a call there, and you hear her answer from the other end, and she says, "Hey there, Hal. How's it going? What do you need?"
First question is too big for me to answer over the phone. Second question, you have a patient right now with an eye injury. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Honestly, okay, why exactly? I just need to know.
Bec-
Nosy.
because I can pay you 200 creds up front to let me take them off your hands.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah.
If they're the
Well,
patient I'm looking for.
dang, always the caveats. All right, so they're I don't know, about 5'7", medium build. Came in with some pretty heavy duty armor. Really nasty eye injury.
Blonde?
Yeah, kind of got this almost like straw color blonde hair. Really sharp eyebrows too. Very
6th Street
intense.
type?
Yeah. Got some 6th Street tattoos as well.
They still there at your practice?
Yeah, they are.
200 creds coming at you, and so am I. See you
Perfect.
soon.
See you soon. Jinx and hangs up. All right. So you got your person.
I'm gonna go do impromptu eye surgery. Don't wait up.
Sounds fun.
Indeed.
What are you up to?
The lead I suggested yesterday.
Ah,
One of my colleagues has exactly the patient I'm looking for.
have fun.
Just in case, and I flip in like a small button-like object to Hal. Just keep it on in case your agent breaks again.
And Hal tucks it into the front pocket of their big lab coat as they shrug it on. I'll be back soon.
Okay.
Hopefully I get some good info.
Have fun on your date.
Check. They walk backwards out the door.
Well, I'm gonna look for a weird, borged out girl with pigtails and blue skin. You're welcome to come if you'd like.
Is there a reason?
Oh, I'm just gonna see if we can get somebody to case the place without us getting our hands dirty.
I think I'm good. I'm close enough. I might be able to find a terminal here to just kind of scope out their cybersecurity.
Okay. Well, got one of these on me in case you need to find me. Tell
You got
Ghost
this.
sorry.
Yeah, no, I also should be here for when he comes in asking too many questions.
Fair. Okay.
You got this. I have faith in you.
Cool. I'm just gonna get my stuff and I'm just gonna head over to my car.
All right, so Badger, you head over to your car, And do you head straight to Jig Jig Street?
Yes.
All right. So you head over, and the neon lights that are there, lots of heavy reds, some blues and purples that are throughout, are slightly muted just by the day's light. But you see this area is quite busy. Sounds, smells, it is very active here. In some of the windows, there's some dancers who are currently dancing, performing to onlookers. People who are going inside the wide open doors. You see a few very interesting, intriguing shops along the way. You have a few people who kind of like ask you to come over as well.
Badge is
But you
like,
can go.
no, thank you. No, thank you. He's wearing his gas mask. It's just like, no, thank you. Just looking down.
And how do you want to find this person? Are you just looking around for her?
I'm probably gonna ask around if they know a person of this description.
Yeah, go ahead and say make me another either conversation or streetwise check.
They're the same, so I'm probably gonna go conversation.
All right.
That's a 4.
Yeah, you ask around and absolutely no one knows who you're talking about. They're like, what are you talking about? Like, that's a really bare description that you're giving us. And a couple people are like, fuck off, and kind of leave.
Okay.
Very rude.
All right. I'm good at one thing. Can I find a terminal and try to interface for the cameras to see if I can identify somebody?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an interface check. I'm not gonna make this super complicated here.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Oh no!
It's a 0.
Yeah. Oh, no! Badger, you attempt to get in, and it's all access denied. Just big red X's everywhere. Just
Dare, I love you.
I have a question.
No!
Is it legal? Is it legal that I can do this?
What do you
To
want to do?
to do the reroll with points.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter.
I will say, if you want to spend all your luck to
Wait.
allow.
I've got some channel points. Hold on.
Oh,
now.
channel points! Channel points!
I can't
Channel
believe
points.
I rolled the third one in a row.
Did you roll it again? Channel points! Another
Channel
reroll! Channel
Channel
points!
points.
Channel points!
This is
Reroll.
the real power of Fat
Do it
Family.
again!
Okay, a 6. I just got a 2. Fucking A, dude.
Okay. Reroll again, please.
Okay,
When the
okay.
GM gives you your fucking 5th reroll, that's how you
Okay,
know
just-
you really
no.
fucked up.
Now I got a 10.
A
And another
10.
10.
Good enough.
Do I keep
Perfect.
rolling as
No, it's only two, it's only
Okay.
one explosion, but that's great. That's at least 20.
24.
24, perfect. After literally people are looking at you as you're trying to hack in, there's like kind of like going on as you're trying to hack in.
I was
And
about
people
to
are
cry.
What the fuck are you doing? And you finally do end up jacking in all that kind of red X's. There's like red X's appearing in the air around you before they all go away, and you do end up entering into the net. You're able to find the node with the camera and kind of start cycling through. Go ahead and make me a perception check as you're kind of cycling through. There's tons of people that are around here, so it might be a little bit difficult
Okay.
to find.
I have a base of
specifically who you're
10.
looking for. Okay, you also have at least one more reroll.
Plus 6. So 16? 10 plus 6 is 16, yes.
Perfect. So you
I became
look
catatonic
around.
for a second.
So you look around and you finally see an individual. They stick out to you almost like a sore thumb as they're wearing this kind of yellowish jacket with almost like reflective pieces on it. You see they're very short, and she looks to have on her neck this very kind of this pinkish red tattoo with these crosses.
Okay. that's me. That's no one else. That's just me. Okay. Never mind.
Cameo.
I'm gonna cry. Yeah, so I just disconnect and I run over.
You run over there and you see this very short individual with these massive meaty mitts kind of on the table. She's wearing this big oversized yellow jacket. And she seems to kind of be yelling at people currently. And it's like, just get out of my way! Just move! Move! You're in my space! Fuck!
Tap tap on the shoulder.
Slap! Slaps your hand away. What? Who are you?
My name's Badger. I got somebody told me that you might be able to help me for something I need help with.
What exactly do you need help with?
I needed to see if I need help with casing a place. But I can't do it myself. I would if I could, but I can't. And my friend Judy told me that you might be able to help.
Oh, no, Judy. Okay. You're new, aren't you?
A little bit.
That's okay.
And just lays kind of this big hand on your shoulder. Tap, tap, tap.
There. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you want me to do you want me to like look somewhere for something?
No, so
What do you want me to do?
well, can we actually go somewhere else and not be so public about talking about?
Okay, well, for what? What's in it for me?
Got 1,000 creds I can give you.
All right, let's go.
And hops off the chair. Hops onto the ground. Much shorter than you. He looks up and says,
Right, lead the way.
Yeah, and while I'm walking, I'm looking at like my account. It's like, and then there's probably like some auto pay that came in. It's like, actually, that's $750. I'm sorry.
remember you did get the money, unless you spent it.
No. I'm saying it's like some auto pay just came in.
I'm not moving far then.
Sure,
No,
grand.
Corner.
Sure, a grand, and I'm just gonna text checkmate. I need 250 crits. Real bad.
Can you give me a situation? Can you TLDR, please?
Bet the person. I thought I had the cash, but I'm short.
I send you the creds and just say they better be worth it.
I hope so too. And yeah, I think I'm like, all right, here you go. All of it.
Okay, thanks.
And as you're walking, she says,
Okay, who are you?
I'm Badger, by the way.
Badger. Okay. That's nice. You can call me Becca.
Becca, cool. Awesome. Hey, yeah, so, so there's this guy known as Mr. Sunshine, and
Mm-hmm.
he lives in this address, and,
Oh, corporate fuck. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Who are we killing? Are you killing him?
Well, we don't, well, my crew wants to do that, and I'm just there to be sure that they come out of there alive, and I don't feel that I can really
Why?
ask.
Why are you? I mean, it's a corpo fuck. Why do you care?
I don't care if they kill him. I care that they don't get killed in the process. So, just want to make sure that
Okay.
my friends are safe.
Her face goes somber as a bit. She nods and says,
Yeah.
And I
I
don't
understand
think,
that.
yeah, and I don't think hiring another solo would work in this situation. Cause I don't think it would count for them. But I also don't want to involve anybody who doesn't need to end up, in a can.
Yeah. All right. So, give it to me straight. What do you need from me?
Well, I'm not sure what Judy meant when she said that you'll be able to help me, but well, I need to know how many people are in this building.
I mean,
What
there's a
to
lot of people
expect.
in this building. I would say if you're planning on, breaching the building itself, don't go in the front door. Bad idea. Don't go up the staircase. Bad idea. Do you have a helicopter? That's the best idea.
Do you know of a helicopter?
And there's a lot of helicopters around, news helicopters. I mean, I wouldn't try to get one, like a vehicle from Trauma Team, but you could
I
try.
just moved into this new apartment. Is there my somewhere?
Oh. I mean, you can always try the roof. Sometimes rich shits just leave stuff up there.
Bear. So I don't know what 1,000 creds gets me, but I don't know what.
I don't either.
Can I get it back, please?
No.
Okay.
But I give you explosives.
You know what?
Do you need those?
That might help.
Okay.
Might help.
Well, if you find a build, no. How? Where are they? So, where are they?
And I give them the address,
Oh,
and I tell them what floor.
they're tippy top.
Yeah, and
Okay.
initially I asked if there is a way that 1,000 creds can get, I don't know, a distraction or something.
Oh, I would love to do a distraction. Yes. Okay.
Amazing.
I can do that. Yeah.
Well, we're still in the planning process, so if you want to give me a way to contact you.
Okay. Give you my agent.
Okay.
and they send over their contact information to you.
And I just get it on my. Thanks, Becca. Okay. All right. Well, it's been a day. And it's only morning.
I know you look a bit green.
Yep.
There.
Pat on your shoulder again.
And I'm just gonna walk away, and I'm gonna go to a stall. I'm about to order some food, and I was like, used all up my money to hire this merc. All right, I'm just gonna go home.
As you head home, pan over to Hal. Hal, you're heading over to Lux's place, taking some form of transportation. And you arrive. It is kind of this, I would say almost this hole in the wall sort of clinic. It is very much on kind of a strip mall sort of setup, and you see that there's kind of like this almost this kind of that solid opaque curtain entrance in the front. The door is currently propped open.
Yeah. Hal waltzes right in like they own the place, to be honest. They flash like whatever kind of medtech badge they need if there are any security at the door, but they head in.
There's no security.
Yeah. I didn't think
And you head inside, and you see currently on the table, almost like annoyedly waiting, you see Valkyrie. Currently, one of her eyes is kind of covered, the other looking up to the ceiling, the various kind of medical light shining around. It's this bluish tinted room. And you see Lux is currently kind of cleaning their hands in the sink before she turns around to you. See dark brown skin, locked hair, and everything's kind of like pulled back a bit as she looks to you and smiles and says, "Hey, Hal, how's it going? Shall we
You know-
switch?"
Let's switch. Creds should be in your account.
All right, see him there. I'm gonna go I'm gonna get some food. You just don't lock up the door. I'm just gonna leave my keys here, okay?
Yeah. Have a good lunch. And I think have a good lunch is literally the nicest thing that Hal has ever said to Lux. Like, I think it's weird. It's odd. It's weird that they say it.
You see, Lux comes over to you and kind of grabs your face. It's like, "Hal!"
Stop, you have a biomonitor, you know it's me.
Looks the biomonitor, looks at you, looks at your biomonitor. I don't know what's going on with you right now, but it's weird.
I tell you to fuck off, would that get you to leave?
Yes.
Fuck off.
Fucking off. And Lux will turn around and walk out. And can you make me a perception check, please?
Uh-oh. Sure. 21. I am perceiving.
21. You kind of key in that Valkyrie is currently not sitting on, kind of not laying down anymore, and was attempting, as you saw, to silently approach you with a scalpel in hand.
Oh, just try it, why don't you? See what happens then. Sit down, unless you want to lose your other eye.
I squint their one eye at you before taking a seat. They say, "You know, I was not really expecting you to show back up in my life, but what the fuck do you want?"
I want information.
About what? And why should I give it to you?
Well, if you want an actually competent doctor to be able to give you a little bit more peace of mind with whatever festering wound I gave you yesterday, you'll accept my help, and you'll accept this barter for information, because if the information is sour, so is my scalpel.
As they kind of purse their lips together, they do lay down and say, "You know, if you fuck up anything else to do with my face, I'm going to make sure that
my sniper bullet finds you this time instead of just hitting concrete. Okay?
Pardon me, it wasn't my intention to mess up a masterpiece, but we all have work to do in the day, don't we?
We do. So how's the van?
Van is the least of my concerns at this point. You got a tip yesterday, didn't you?
I think so. We knew people were coming. Guess it
Mm,
was you.
It was. And why exactly did Mr. Sunshine reach out to the 6th Street gang?
I don't know about Mr. Sunshine, but we did get some money for some corpos. Mr. S, I'm guessing.
Huh. Well, anything about this Mr. S that can jog your memory will certainly jog my first aid skills.
Well, he was a piece of work, that's for sure, and so are his people. Just normal corpo types, you know. Seemed to be very confident about whatever thing that they were paying us to do. It came
Which
in
was
to not kill you all on sight and let you get the van.
Never heard of someone being paid to be robbed.
Well, it pays the bills.
Hmm.
No, the others weren't much of a fan of it, and neither was I, but I got a good cut of the funds, so I'm not going to complain.
And if, say, your merry band wanted a little bit more action, a little bit more spring in your step from these corpo types.
What are you exactly offering?
I've got creds to spend and an entire building to be ransacked with whatever you want to take from it.
Depends on
As
the
long
building.
as you leave the corpos to me. How do you feel about... C doesn't remember the name of the district here.
Charter Hill. It's like,
How do you feel about the nice apartment buildings in Charter Hill?
well, too nice for me, for sure. Wouldn't want to live in a stuffy place like that. Lots of security. Dangerous.
And if, say, I could get you onto a roof to cover our asses as we were going in to do a simple, easy building job?
You're looking to have a hit on a corpo building? Ooh, what are you? You don't know Johnny Silverhand? What the fuck are you doing?
I'm not asking you to take a hit on anyone. I'm asking you to survey and do a better job of hitting your targets, if need be.
I missed on purpose. I
Really?
didn't want to mess up that masterpiece.
Hmm. Well, consider this a favor returned.
Sure. I do not know if the others will go for it. Especially since, one of them was shot for liking a band.
Well,
But
if you have bad taste, you should be punished. That's how the world works.
very valid. I am happy to do this myself. Without them knowing. Don't think they'll be very pleased with me consorting with the ones who decided to just shoot the others. 6th Street's not really one to forgive. Not a lot.
Well, it's not like you have to run around saying where you've been. Doctor's orders, after all.
My lips are sealed.
And my scalpel will go to work.
And they kind of lean back. And will allow you to work on the side of the face, which is
pretty rough condition considering.
Yeah, I did shoot good that one time, didn't I?
You did. It was rough. That was
I
off the
did.
building.
Yeah.
So as you fix them up, get agreement from Valkyrie that she will be there. She will be stationed on top of the building, delivering cover fire if need be. Checkmate. You currently are in the apartment. You bought some groceries, putting them all away. And you get a message on your agent from Ghost that just says, "I'm here."
Are they letting you up?
And you see a message back from Ghost that's just a thumbs up. After a few moments. Did you lock the door, or did you leave it open?
Knew you'd be here.
Open?
Yeah.
All right. So I would say you hear a few poundings on the door before it's slightly opened and just kicked in. The door does not collapse.
Don't kick it, please.
Why? Okay. First of all, what the fuck? I woke up and thought you were all dead. Second of all, you all fucking left me alone.
No. Okay.
I just want to see what good idea is this exactly.
A lot of things happened yesterday night. I cracked a thing. Turns out it was a sweepstakes for this building, or for this room right here.
Yeah, question 3, what the fuck?
Yeah, I won this. This is mine now.
What this?
Well, it's mine and Badger's and Hal's. They were here when I signed the lease, and they
Okay.
got put on it.
Question 4, can I stay here?
Yeah, there's a spare bedroom. Yeah.
Okay, I'm no longer mad. Wow.
And you see Ghost just starts looking around.
This place is nice.
Yeah, we have it for unless we can drum up 40,000 creds, we have it for a year. So we're gonna live it up.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my god.
Just kind of spends some time looking around.
And says, so if we move here, do we just leave Esther behind?
I mean, no, that's still our base.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
I was
no,
wondering-
we still need every good crew needs a base.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd still.
This is just to live.
Yes, this is to
Okay.
sleep. The base is to work.
Okay.
Not. I think it's gonna help with us having a general better sense of work and life balance.
Yeah.
But
Oh my god.
there's something else that's kind of fun to know. And I
What?
just point out the window behind me. You'll never guess who's our new neighbor across the street.
Immediately runs up to the window, just kind of like presses his
Don't
face.
make it too obvious.
Backs up
Alright.
from the window.
Our friend Mr. Sunshine happens to live the building over. Gives us a good spot for intel.
Interesting.
Exactly.
And you see Ghost start to pace. Kind of looks out the window again. Paces back and looks out the window again. Looks at you and says, Do you need texts?
Hmm?
Do you need texts at all? Anyone who can make shit?
I don't really. Not anymore. No.
Okay. You know those a few days ago when we went to that Raffin base, they had all those cables everywhere.
Are you talking
And-
about making a grappling hook?
Ghost nods. Yeah. Could secure it up there. You see that there's as you kind of look out the window, you see on top of the roof, it looks like it's called an ATV.
think. Kind of lands down on top of the roof, kind of settles down. And you see there's like various kind of securing anchors that are about. It says we can attach it to that. And maybe just
Yeah.
hand over.
It's a good way in. Getting out would be the bigger problem.
Yeah, shit.
I don't
Okay.
think it's a bad idea, though.
Yeah, we could always just zip line back.
Or, I mean, we know the room, right? We have the exact room.
You know that it is literally like the top floor.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
basically the entire floor.
We can also just zip line straight to the ground floor from the top if things break bad, as long as we make it secure. We have, being that high up gives you a lot of options. Down, we just have to hope they're safe.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Okay.
we can talk about work later. How good you are at prep cooking?
Oh. And you see that they take like a knife out of their boot and kind of twirls it and says, I'm very good. I'm not going to use this knife. I'm not going to use this knife. I'm going to use a
knew
different
I was
knife.
gonna say. Thank you.
Okay, but
well,
I'm very good at slicing things up.
yeah, the other two are doing some work, so I'm going to make dinner because I think I need this tonight.
I will help.
Thank you.
What's tonight?
Grief dinner.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Here?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It has a kitchen.
Oh,
It has
here.
space. It has rooms.
That makes sense.
It's a housewarming party. We can call it that now.
House, yeah. Okay.
Grief and housewarming.
Grief and housewarming. House grieving party. Okay. No? Okay. Not house. Okay, I'm gonna just cut these vegetables. And Ghost will come up to the kitchen with you and start chopping. And I think, if you're alright with it, we'll do a little bit of a fast forward to the evening where the two of you, Badger and Hal, kind of come back. We see that Ghost has kind of helped you prepare this meal here, checkmate. And what is on the menu for tonight?
Oh, I was just typing it. Yeah, it is a Creole inspired curry. I think it uses like any sort of like prawns or things like of that nature. I think it's all full of like Haitian seasoning. Like I went to Pacifica to get all of these things. This is why I was out all day.
Hell yeah. So you gotta get everything ready on the table, and you kind of get that message from your agent just kind of chiming that you have people who are waiting to get let in. And you see on the little kind of camera on your agent, you see that it's both Dita and Rek.
I buzz them up. I think there's a certain smug satisfaction in getting to do that to those two.
Yeah, Dita does not look pleased, and Rek is just trying to like comfort and just rubbing Dita's back. It's like, it's okay, but you can see Rek is just containing their excitement. And after a few moments, again, you hear that knock on your front door.
I let him in.
You see that both Dita and Rek come in. Dita's a little bit more like standoffish a bit, just looking around at this place. Comes over and will give you a hug, just very excited. And Dita looks around and then looks at you and says, What is this?
I think I have the chip still, and I throw the chip back like in Dita's hand. That's what happens when you're the best runner in the city.
Are you fucking serious right now? I missed this?
Look, hey, Hey, you already have a place to stay. You have a nice place
Yeah,
to
but
stay.
this is
It's only for a year. It's only for a year. Unless I can figure out how to hack the sweepstakes and maybe make it a continuous thing, which I am considering. Don't worry.
Oh, I want to be so mad right now, but I'm also really happy for you, but I want to be mad.
Don't worry. You'll have time to get mad at me. So, I have a fun roommate situation, and if at any point Hal would like to just run in here to create tension.
I think Hal is like almost on the way home. And I think the elevator into the apartment like ding, and the door slides open and it's Hal.
As you kind of the door to the elevator slides open, the front door is still open, and you see both Dita and Rek will turn around, kind of looking towards you. You see Dita, her face just sours and says, no, and just walks further in to the apartment. Rek kind of awkwardly standing there and looks at you and says, why is Hal here?
We've been talking again.
Mhm.
This is good. This is progress.
I'm happy there's progress. I'm going to try and ease Dita into this.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be a this is the beginning of healing. We are not at the healed stage.
Yeah, I hope this. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Hal.
Hey.
How's it going? Long time no see.
Yeah.
Since before the
long time.
funeral.
Long time.
Mm-hmm.
No see.
Yeah. How's the avoidance going?
Hal looks for a second like they are going to choose violence, and I think they like their mouth even opens to form the words, and then they look over their shoulder at where checkmate is, and the words start to form like a different like a different shape. Bad.
Yeah, I'd think so. I'm gonna go shove food into my mouth. And you see Rek kind of comes up to you and will gently place a hand on your shoulder and says, it's good to see you again. I missed you. But also fuck you.
Yeah, fuck yourself.
I do all the time. And you see Rek sleeps and goes to munch on some food. Badger, how are you feeling as you're witnessing this interaction?
Badger has a bunch of gadgets in his hands and just standing there at the threshold of his room. I think I'm almost done with this. Are you guys okay?
Yeah, it was like this even before Ash died, so.
Great. I hope this can break me into an AV, but I guess it's dinner time. I just put it away. Robotically walk towards the ghost and just pat him on the shoulders like, I'm really sorry, man.
What?
Why? I forgot to wake you, but I couldn't really wake you. Trust me, I tried. You were out. I shook you several times.
Oh, it's okay, Badger. And you see that currently, in kind of this like pink apron with pink oven mitts, currently like Ghost is there and just kind of pats you with some oven mitts and it's like, it's okay. I after seeing this place, I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah, and then I like
kinda-
last night I sat down, and as soon as my back hit that bed, I was out.
Okay. How about to make it up to me, I'm gonna steal your bed tonight.
I mean, there's also another bed in the guest room, but okay.
Oh no, now I feel bad. Okay, I'm just gonna take that bed.
He just pats his shoulder.
Okay, I'm gonna go do more things. And Ghost moves back and continues in the kitchen. You see Dita's currently angrily eating carrots on the couch. There's like a little tray that's there.
I think Check sort of sidles up next to her. For what it's worth, I'm really proud you're still here.
I'm also very proud that I'm still here because I don't want to be.
The discomfort is part of the process.
I was not warned that it would be this process.
A lot of things happened in the last day. People died. Things were kind of really bad, and I don't know, we happened to find each other again in all the grief.
And you see, she moves closer to you and says, I'm so sorry. What happened? Face is very kind of soft now.
You know Red.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
told me better.
she got zeroed.
Oh, fuck. Did you get the gonks who got it?
That's part 2. We're working on a plan. We're getting some stuff together. But tonight, I think a dinner would be nice. And even though technically you should be doing this dinner because I won, I still thought it was the least I could do since I'm such an honorable winner.
So honorable, so modest, so humble. Yeah. I appreciate you doing this. And you see that Dita looks over to Hal, looks to you, says, is this just another of them popping in and then they're just gonna leave again, or?
I'm not expecting it to be. It feels like there's progress being made legitimately. And I hope not, because her name's on the lead. It's fine. Don't. I think Checkmate's face immediately turns a little flush.
Checkmate. Are you?
We're in the process of making things better.
You know, I really want to stay mad at Hal. I really do. And there's a lot of anger and a lot of frustration. I think that's been building up over this time. That's a lot of hurt.
No, I mean, there's still a lot of things we're working. It's not fixed by any chance, but I'm proud that we're working on it. And I wouldn't expect things to be perfect between you two instantly. They weren't even when Ash was still around.
Look, I love you and I care about you. And if you think that Hal is on the way to change, you see she takes your hands. I trust you. And I'll do my best to not be a fucking asshole tonight. My best.
If they started, it's fair.
Cool.
The bedside manners. She's improving.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm gonna shove more carrots in my mouth and then move over there so I don't have to talk for a bit. And Dia just takes a handful of carrots, shoves it in her mouth, and kind of walks over.
Hal is like awkwardly standing next to the food, but they would never admit this, but they're like too anxious to eat the food, so they're just like standing next to it, so they're participating. But they're also just kind of like maybe making very awkward small talk with Badger and Ghost.
Badger, kind of like is stuffing his face because he wanted to eat earlier, but he's broke. And then he fixes a spoonful and hands it to Hal. Try it. It's really good.
Oh, okay.
Just open
Hal,
your
like,
mouth.
What? You don't want me to hold the spoon?
I'm gonna use it later. Just open it. Just get it.
Okay. Oh, and then Hal like awkwardly like tries to take it. Definitely
Good, right?
feels a little. I think there's some sauce in my coat. Fuck, that's never gonna come out.
I'm pretty sure we can figure something out. It's not a blood stain. It'll be fine. And I'm just gonna continue eating again.
Pretty good though.
You see Dita kind of comes over to you, Hal, and sits up next to you, looks at you, and says, "Why don't we sit beside each other?"
Are you gonna try to stab me underneath the table?
I will promise to try and not stab you. Does that work?
Okay. Me too.
Right. And the two of you take a seat. I think everyone starts to kind of gather around the table. Bull's passed out. As you all start eating, Rex seems very excited for all of this. And we'll just kind of start chatting. You're off there, checkmate. Just about the food, about the space. And you see that Dita kind of looks to you at one point after a little bit, Hal, and says, "You know, I know that you were hurting. I know what happened with Ash was awful, but you know we wanted to be there for you, right?"
I know.
And I needed you be there, and you weren't.
I know.
I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be able to forgive you, to be honest. Seems like checkmate believes in you.
Yeah, well, they've always been the brightest of us, right?
Yeah, they have. I don't want you to fuck this up again.
And Hal like finally turns to look at Dita face on.
See Dita, her eyes are a little bit misty as she looks to you, but she's really trying hard to keep it in.
I know, Dita. And I'm gonna try because Ash wouldn't want me to throw myself on this fucked up funeral pyre over and over and over again, and
Look, it's not just about Ash at this point. It's what you want.
I want to do right.
Good. Because if you keep kind of going back and saying it's what Ash would want, it's what Ash would want, you can justify a lot of things, including leaving us. But that's...
Dita.
Right.
It wasn't Ash.
What was it?
It was me. It's me running away from Ash, running away from you, running away from Czech.
I think it's about time that you stop running. Because where you're running to, there's not really a finish line.
Yeah, I'm starting to get that now.
Right. Well, we won't really be able to return to start, but we can try to start something new.
I'm not trying to walk the same path. I'm trying to walk a new one.
Good. And I will let you know if you do hurt Czech, then I am going to kick your ass so hard.
Oh,
To
it's
find
this,
all of your
is it
personal
now?
information, I am going to expose it.
You
I
know
am
all
gonna
of my
make
personal
sure that
information.
all of the unflattering pictures that you take of yourself are just...
There are no
Smiley.
unflattering pictures of me.
Are you sure? I've seen quite a few. Ash was never a good photographer.
No, but it's okay. You don't
Do-
have good taste, so I wouldn't expect you to know.
Do you want to see?
Masterpiece when
Do you want to
see
see
one.
the photos? I will show you the photos.
You kept photos of me on your phone all this time, Dita.
I did. I will show you all these ones.
Oh, that's
And
so interesting. You must have missed me so much.
yeah, look, there's this one where you're like mid sneeze. There's
You can
this one
delete
with
that.
cake on your face.
You two having fun over there?
No.
I'm getting a little, how firm was that no stab rule?
Wait, are you gonna stab me?
Just wondering for the
The
table.
rule is firm. No stabbing, especially the first dinner.
Rack, Hal's gonna stab me. I'm gonna
Oh
get
God, you're such a drama
running
queen.
away.
Can we just and I almost said the wrong character name. Where am I? And Hal stands up. Let's we're supposed to toast, right?
Yeah.
For Red. For Ash. May we never forget the love that they brought into our world. Cheers.
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 And as all of your cups kind of join in the center of the table, we kind of smash cut away to later on at an undisclosed time where we see that it says at the very top of the screen, it said countdown to revenge, and it flicks from 1 to 0 as we prepare for our finale in 2 weeks' time.
Can I add something?
Of course.
Like just a description.
Of course, please do.
While we're counting down, in the apartment, still bare furniture, but there is duct taped on the wall is a picture of the crew, the last picture that they took before they took the job for Mr. Sunshine.
I think, yeah, we zoom into that picture of all your awkward / happy faces. As we zoom in, we fade to black. And that is all for this episode of Beyond the Black Wall, Shattered Dawn. I am, of course, your GM, Mati, and thank you so much, Raiders, for coming in. Welcome on in. Thank you so much, Stella. We're ending now, but thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for watching. I am, of course, your GM, Piper, aka Matihi. You can find me on Twitter at Maddie Matihi. You can find me on Twitch at Matihi, where I do lots of gay shit. Like next Saturday, I'm running What We Do in the Shallows, a queer pirate adventure full of gay shit, and it's great. Yeah. again, thank you all so much. Ugh. But of course, I couldn't be able to do this game without my wonderful, amazing cast. So let us go back through and introduce everybody and what they're currently up to online. So let's first go to Dare.
Hi, I'm Dare, pronouns she, they, Faye. Thank you so much for being here. It is always lovely to play Checkmate, who is getting better. The road to recovery is tough. But I'm glad to be here, and you can find me pretty much anywhere at Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG. I write, I make music, I do way too much. But a thing I'm very excited about is if you want to hear me ramble about the lore of goddamn Kingdom Hearts, this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, go to twitch.tv/Lilith, TTRPG. The lovely resident Humna of Itaewon by night, and see me there talking too much about Kingdom Hearts lore. We're going to go through all of the Dark Seeker saga. If you know, you know, and Humna is going to do his best to play the game.
Heck yeah. And of course, big shout out to B Zelda. They are currently not here, but that's we miss them very much. They will be back next week with us, or next 2 weeks with us. And of course, big shout out to Candace the Magnificent, of course, my partner GM in the crimes that we commit against our players. Also miss them as their character that they had played is currently zeroed. But yeah.
Currently.
We love Red.
Currently? Question mark?
No reason why I said currently. Anyway, Fabian, who are you?
Hey, I'm Fabs. I'm severely affected by that statement. No, I'm Fabs. I've played Badger. Thank you so much for being here and seeing me roll 3 nat 1s, 4 nat 1s in a fucking row. If you want to find my stuff, I do comics, I do producing, and I do storytelling and performing. If you want to see my comic and art stuff, check it out at Rockets and Pens. And you can find me here tomorrow, being the storyteller of Ashes of New Amsterdam. It's our penultimate episode, so check that out then. And you can come back on Tuesday to see me as Jet in Itaewon by Night. That's it for me. See.
Ooh la la. Why? Hello, everyone. My name is Sia. Use they, them pronouns. You can be making very trans, very gay art on the internet at PieSharpArt. If you liked what I did here tonight playing Hal.O, no one can resist the Dr. Rissy, I guess.
Wait, it's not PieSharpArt anymore. It's not PieSharpArt anymore.
Damn it!
For different.
At C Plays RPG, I was fully on autopilot right there. I was so excited about my Dr. Rissy joke that I messed up my own handle.
Very good.
But truly. Anyway, there's some exciting stuff coming up. You should keep an eye over on Transplanar RPG. This upcoming Saturday we have the very last God Killer one-shot in our one-shot God Killer series, which will be featuring Katie May and Lyrica of Death to Divinity fame, taking on Connie's original game system God Killer. That will be at 8 p.m. US Eastern Time this Saturday. And also every Tuesday and Thursday, God Killer First Blood Drops. So if you want to see Connie and I scream at each other for about 45 to 1 hour twice a week, you can listen to that. It's really great. It's going well. I cried editing today's next Thursday's episode. Anyway, also coming up, you should just keep an eye on Transplanter's Twitter account because we will be dropping, I'll just say it, we'll be dropping our new logo, our campaign to title, and cast announcements and character art will be coming out throughout June. So, just check that out.
Hell
Check
yeah.
that out.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much to my wonderful and beautiful cast for playing with me today. And of course, make sure to come back here to Bad House RPG tomorrow for Ashes of New Amsterdam, on Friday for Symphony of Silos, and of course on Tuesday for Itaewon by Night. I hope you all have a lovely evening. We will see you soon, and we'll be back here on the 31st. Bye.